In Saw X, or Saw 10 as some may prefer, the franchise takes an exciting turn. With a plethora of Saw movies, varying in quality, fans like me always buzzed with anticipation. Tobin Bell reprises his role as John Kramer, with the story set between the events of the first two movies. Seeking a miracle cure for his cancer, Kramer travels to Mexico for a daring experimental procedure. When things go awry, a reinvigorated Kramer, driven by a newfound purpose, confronts unsuspecting con artists. In his trademark style, he ensnares them in a maze of ingeniously terrifying traps. John Kramer was once a successful civil engineer, living a happy life with his wife Jill and expecting a child. After a tragic miscarriage caused by a drug addict, his life began to unravel, leading to a diagnosis of terminal cancer. Faced with impending death, he attempted suicide but survived, leading him to a newfound appreciation for life. This epiphany birthed the Jigsaw persona. He began kidnapping people who he believed took their lives for granted and subjected them to deadly games to test their will to live. These victims, facing potential death, would have to inflict harm upon themselves or others to survive. As the series progresses, we learn about his apprentices like Amanda, Mark Hoffman, and Dr. Lawrence Gordon, who each have their own connections to his twisted philosophy. The movies unravel the depths of John's psychology, motives, and intricate plans. Despite dying in Saw 3, John's influence persists. Flashbacks and tapes reveal more about his past, his plans, and the extent to which his disciples continue his legacy. Saw X emerges as an intriguing installment in the long-standing Saw franchise. Ranking this particular movie, I would place it amongst the top 4, perhaps even squeeze it into the top 3. What makes this film stand out is its noticeable shift in narrative direction, which can be largely attributed to the commendable work of its writers. In this movie, the audience finds themselves rather unexpectedly siding with Jigsaw. His portrayal is more nuanced this time around. Unlike the previous movies where his psychotic tendencies were quite overt, in Saw X they're relatively subdued. This could be because his targets are individuals who, morally speaking, dwell at society's lowest rungs. Those who exploit the vulnerable and hopeless. Hence, when Jigsaw crafts his intricate traps for these individuals, the punishment doesn't feel unwarranted. These traps, while still spine-chilling, avoid the over-the-top gruesomeness that marred some of the franchise's lesser-admired movies. A testament to this film's effectiveness are the harrowing trap scenes. As elaborate and creatively painful as the rest, they really make something itch around your neck. Moreover, the movie does a credible job explaining Jigsaw's abundant resources. His utilization of a derelict medical facility previously operated by some of his victims provides a logical answer to a seemingly endless supply of materials. But what took me by surprise was the emotional depth explored in Jigsaw's mentor-mentee relationship with Amanda, a character brilliantly reprised by Shawnee Smith. Their dynamic delves into Amanda's uncertainties about continuing Jigsaw's legacy after his inevitable end. Amid the film's characteristic screams and gore, their relationship brings forth moments that are, oddly enough, quite touching. One of the most intriguing aspects of this film was how it successfully aligned me with Jigsaw, a task not easily achieved given the nature of his character. Typically, in horror franchises, there's an underlying expectation. Fans wait to see Michael Myers commit his heinous acts or Freddy Krueger make his eerie dream invasions. But with some Saw movies, there were instances where I found myself thinking, that was a tad too much. Fortunately, this wasn't one of those times. The chosen victims were apt for Jigsaw's modus operandi. While the Saw franchise occasionally takes gore to exaggerated heights, diminishing its intense effect, the more significant challenge is its convoluted storyline. The continuous switch between timelines becomes confusing, making it hard to remember the entire plot even if you've watched every film. Each installment carries a moment of revelation, a sudden twist, or a backtrack that redefines the scene's understanding. While some are brilliantly executed, others fall flat, making little to no sense. This specific film manages to keep up the suspense, though there were moments of confusion. Without delving into spoilers, there's a particular scene involving a gun and associated risk that had me questioning its logic. But such minor discrepancies are a staple in the Saw movies, and over time, they've become aspects I come to accept. Like those moments where a single action could cause the entire plan to crumble, they're scattered throughout the franchise. What truly elevates this movie as a commendable Saw entry is Tobin Bell's impeccable portrayal as Jigsaw. The audience is made to care about this antagonist, rendering a unique bond. And the victims, rather than evoking sympathy, feel right in their doomed setting. The mentor-student dynamic between Jigsaw and Amanda further enriches the narrative, adding layers of complexity to an already intense story. All in all, despite its minor hiccups, the movie encapsulates what the Saw franchise stands for and delivers it effectively. My boy, Johnny the Jigsaw Kramer, has always been a standout character for me, particularly because of his unwavering moral code. While his methods are undeniably savage, there's a certain honor in his consistency. In Saw X, we delve deeper into this aspect of Kramer. We witness moments where he showcases empathy or champions the safety of an innocent life. This film provides a refreshing depth to John Kramer's character, a dimension that has been absent for a while. But an intriguing facet of these movies is the choice of victims for Jigsaw's traps. The range varies from those who've committed grave crimes like falsifying evidence or embezzling money to more trivial matters like claiming to beat Contra without the Konami code up, down, left, right, BA start. However, the victims in this installment are especially reprehensible, scamming even the terminally ill, making them the true villains of the story. Saw X, or Sawx, distinguishes itself from other installments in the Saw franchise by dedicating a substantial portion of its runtime, about the first 40 minutes, to meticulously crafting the betrayal John Kramer endures. This approach is intended to shed light on his motivations, making viewers understand and even empathize with his actions. Whereas many Saw aficionados might prefer the immediate thrill of characters caught in traps right from the film's start, Sawx offers a more gradual build-up. True, there are a few traps sprinkled in, akin to preliminary bouts before a major pay-per-view fight, but the main event takes center stage later. This film's pacing is commendable. It doesn't rush the plot, but ensures fans get their share of early suspense. For newcomers to Saw X, I'm not gonna say it again, Sawx might not convert you into an instant devotee. However, for die-hard fans, this movie serves as a reminder of the franchise's golden era. It encapsulates what made some Saw movies truly captivating, blending horror with intricate storytelling. Saw X offers a thrilling experience, delivering both nostalgia and innovation in equal measure. So far, the movie seems to be killing it. With an 85% tomatometer and a 91% audience score, and something tells me that this is just going to keep getting better. Alright, raving movie fans, that was our take on Saw X for today. Hope to catch you soon. Until next time.